Hey, what's up guys? In this video, I'm going to share with you the 7 steps to financial freedom. These steps are critical. You can't make it to financial freedom without having all 7 of these things. And quite frankly, most people miss the 7th one. So make sure you listen to the whole video. My name is Paris Clough, and this is Financial Self-Reliance. On this channel, we talk about the mindsets and the skill sets of the wealthy so that you can learn how to manage, protect, and grow your money. If that sounds like the kind of channel and the kind of community you want to be a part of, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of the videos that I produce. I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit the like button because that will help the video get out to those that need to see it, and it will help to grow the channel. Now, I've been a financial services professional for over 20 years. I've helped hundreds of clients, and this 7-step process that I'm going to take you through today is just an overview, a macro level view of what the 7 steps to financial freedom are. The first thing I want to mention is that, like any good recipe, if you skip any of the steps, you're not going to have the same result. So if you're baking a cake and you skip the eggs or skip the flour, you're not going to have the same cake, or not going to have the cake you think you're going to have at the end once that's done baking and comes out of the oven. If you want to have financial freedom and financial independence and be financially self-reliant, each one of these 7 steps is going to be critical to your success in finding and reaching your goals. All right, the first step is having the right mindset. It's critical to have the right mindset. If you don't believe that you can achieve financial independence, then you're not even going to get on the path. None of the skill sets that are necessary to achieve financial independence, like learning how to make money, budgeting, learning how to invest and grow your assets, none of those things are going to work until you have the right mindset in believing that you can do those things. Another key element is the reality of being in a free society, in a free country, in a free place, and having freedom to be able to pursue your goals and dreams. If you're in a place that's tyrannical or in a place that's not going to provide those freedoms for you, you are not going to be able to do anything or be financially free or have any kind of freedom. Specifically financial freedom, which is what this channel is about. But I want you to realize that if you don't have a free country, if you don't have a free state, if you don't have a free environment in which you're able to live and to pursue your dreams and your goals, none of it matters. We're in a fight right now in our world for freedom. I want to start this video off by saying that if you aren't ready to fight for freedom in your environment, in your world, for other things, you're definitely going to lose the opportunity to have financial freedom. So please make sure that you get to the point where you believe and you understand what it really takes to be financially free, and then believe that you actually can achieve financial freedom. This is not something that you were born into. It's not something that you can inherit. This is actually things that you can have through working hard and through working smart. You can achieve financial independence from wherever you're starting right now. So that first step is critical. It's the first step because it's first. You have to have the right mindset. Once you have the right mindset, the next most important thing, of course, is to have an income. You have to have a job. So the second step is to be able to manage the income and the expenses that you have in your life. I really don't like to budget. I don't like the word budgeting. It sends a lot of weird feelings into a lot of people. And so I like to call it a tracking or an accountability program where I track and account for the income and the expenses that I have every month. So whether you want to call it budgeting or not, that's really what it is. It's being accountable to the amount of money that's coming in and understanding and knowing exactly how much money is going out. And then the idea is, of course, to have more money coming in than what's going out, which is called a positive cash flow. You have to have a positive cash flow in order for you to succeed in any financial endeavor, or quite frankly, in most any endeavor at all. I have a fantastic 30-day challenge. I've put a link in the description below. It's a 30-day challenge. And the challenge is, how much money can you free up in the next 30 days? I've had clients take that 30-day challenge, and some of them have freed up anywhere between $500 and $700 a month. If you're spending more money than you're earning every month, then you're never going to be able to have financial independence. That's why this is step 2. If you don't believe that you can achieve it, and you don't understand that you need to have more money coming in than what's going out, it doesn't matter what you're investing in. It doesn't matter what the next stock pick or the next crypto pick is going to be. You literally have to start with effectively managing your money so that you can get to where you want to go. After you've got a cash flow, you want to have a solid foundation of savings. So the third step is to have an emergency fund or a savings program. See, it doesn't do you any good to go out there and start rolling the dice and investing if you don't understand how to at least save money first. That's the first step in being able to go out and invest to get bigger and better returns on your money. You have to first recognize that you need to be able to have the discipline to set money aside so that you can save it and build up an emergency fund. And then once you have a full emergency fund, which is 3 to 6 months of your fixed expenses and your expenses, Then you can start taking money and investing it into longer term things and getting better returns on your money. Step 4 is getting out of debt, or at least reducing, eliminating, and managing it. See, there's some debt that you need to reduce, and there's some debt that you need to eliminate right away, and there's some debts that you need to just manage. In my opinion, some of the debts that you should reduce are things like car loans, student loans, definitely your mortgage, and those are also things that you can manage. And there's other debts that you absolutely have to eliminate. Credit card debt, consumer debt, any debts that the interest rate's not tied to an asset. So there's asset-backed debt, which is a car loan that's tied to a car, a mortgage that's tied to a house, and there's unsecured debts that are not tied to anything. And I promise you, the t-shirt that you bought or the stereo that you bought doesn't count as an asset. It has to be something that you can sell for at least the same value within a short period of time, or even an extended period of time, to be able to recoup the money. Most people who throw things on a credit card are just blowing cash, and that's not how you manage money properly. That's not how you protect your future, because the rest of these steps are imperative that you get to the point where you can manage your money effectively, and being able to get out of debt is critical. All right, so the 5th step is insurance. One of the things that a lot of people forget is that they don't get the proper insurance. Life definitely has a way of giving us unexpected expenses. And one of those unexpected expenses could be death, could be disability, it could be hopefully less severe, just a health concern. And any one of those things require you to have some kind of insurance, whether it's life insurance, disability insurance, or health insurance, or homeowner's insurance, or car insurance. All the types of insurance that you need to have are going to help you and protect your assets. As you're building your wealth, you don't want to have someone sue you, or you don't want to have an emergency come up where you've got to drain your savings to pay for that when you could have just had an insurance product that will take care of that for you. One of the biggest problems in America today is lack of proper life insurance. There are people dying today that don't have any insurance and are leaving loved ones behind with nothing. I highly recommend that you take time to go over your insurance needs, go over what you have for your insurance, and then make sure you fill the gaps. Insurance is a critical part of being properly prepared and attaining financial freedom. All right, the 6th step, and probably the most exciting step for most people, is the step where we finally get to invest and put our money into the market and start learning how to really grow our money well. The first 4 or 5 steps are all about learning how to live within your means. Now it's time to grow your means. Once you're disciplined, once you have a strong foundation of understanding how money works and you've got control and you're learning to manage your money, you're protected your money with insurance products, now it's time to learn to grow your money. And growing your money can be very exciting, it can be very scary, it can be very daunting. A lot of people don't know where to put their money when they start investing or when they get to the point where they can start investing. There's a lot of gurus out there that will tell you invest in this and invest in that. And here's what I recommend. There are really only a few major places to invest your money. One of those places is in real estate. If you feel good or you feel like in your personality you have it to be a landlord or to manage properties, then real estate would be a good investment for you. If you have it in your personality and your feeling that you want to invest in stocks, then the stock market is where you should go. If you have it in you to be able to maybe build a business or a side hustle, then I would invest money into your business. And investing money into a business can be a powerful way for you to continue to grow that income and have more and more positive cash flow coming. Because the real problem in America isn't that we spend too much money, it's that we're not making enough money. And although it is important to have some discipline around your spending, the more important is to grow your income and to grow your means so that you're making so much money that it doesn't really matter, and that you're saving and putting that money into places where it can eventually create for you what's called a passive income, where that cash flow comes to you whether you're working or not. And in today's world, we have cryptocurrencies that you can invest in. Now, if you're not sure yet and you're still trying to work it out, I highly recommend that you do what most investment professionals recommend for somebody who's just getting started. Pick a really good indexed fund and just invest your money into that indexed fund, because you really can't go wrong with an index fund. Another very important asset class that I forgot to mention is one that I really love, and that's precious metals. I love precious metals. Having tangible gold and silver is just something that can't be replaced. Being able to hold a silver coin and hold a gold coin in your hand, that's tangible assets that are valuable, that will continue to have value, and that have had value for thousands of years. Gold and silver has had value for thousands of years. It's not going to go away. It's not going to change. Monies come, economies come, currencies come and go. We've had all kinds of investments come and go, but gold and silver has always been there from the beginning of time. So that leads me to step 7. Step 7 is the one that most people forget. It's the one that almost everybody, even and including financial advisors, forget to really focus in on and plan in on. And so this step 7 is where it's called, what I call leaving a legacy, where you have developed and built a huge wealth and a lot of assets, and you want to be able to pass that on to your children, to your grandchildren, or maybe even to a charity, or maybe to somebody else. You just want to be able to pass it on. You want it to be able to live longer than you. All your assets should not have to go to Uncle Sam after you pass away. So it's imperative that you take time to really sit down and talk to a lawyer about developing a will, developing a trust, and also sitting down with an insurance professional and other financial professionals to work with them to help you mastermind a plan that will help you have a legacy that lives beyond you. Legacy plans are important and imperative, and most people forget about them. And when they pass away, Uncle Sam gets 50% of what they worked so hard to get. And their children and their grandchildren and their loved ones only get a fraction of what they could have got had they had proper planning in place before they passed away. These 7 steps are critical in your pursuit of financial freedom. I hope you take the time to go through each one of these things and take it seriously. And we'll go into a deep dive over the next several weeks and months about each one of these things so that you understand them with a little more detail. I hope you got a lot out of this video. I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.